sports talk conversations with a good laugh mixed in. This is the Sports Talk with Thetford and Ashby podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
I'm Mike Hebert, owner of Cantex Roofing and Construction. Every day is game day, and we'll get it right when it comes to your roofing, construction, windows, and mirrors. Call Cantex Roofing and Construction today. Together, we are one serving you.
All right, J&W Services, Lenco Distributors are in Midland, Texas. They're good friends, and these guys that run this, own it, are Red Raiders. Brent Beck, Scott Blakely, and the whole team down there. Red Raiders through and through. They're up there all the games, and that's who you want to do business with. Everything in the oil and gas business in Midland, Odessa, Permian Basin, Eastern New Mexico, they can help you. They have the stuff you're looking for, and they could be a great team member for you. J&W Services, Lenco Distributors. All right, Tahj Brooks is here, and Jakeem Grant is here.
Sir.
And they're going to be here for just a little, because I think y'all are going to leave here and go take a tour of the new football facilities.
Yep.
Now, Tahj won't need a tour. Have you seen it completely finished?
No, it's definitely nice. It's nice, man.
Everybody we talk to says that.
At some point, stuff's going to quit getting nicer because it can't get any nicer.
That's what I was talking to Jakeem about when y'all left. I go, where are we going from here?
Yeah.
I feel like it's probably gonna be some more seats added to the stadium, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I think that's
the next thing is the stadium.
Next thing is probably more seats to the stadium, like just higher up seats.
We'll get up to 100,000 like these other guys.
Ooh,
Gary and I went to
we got to be a lot of stadium.
Jerry Gray's a good friend of ours. He's a Lubbock guy, coaching the NFL for so many years, played for the Rams and all-pro guy. And he brought us up he was in Minnesota. He brought us up there a couple of times. We went to their old facility, and we're talking old, like y'all were talking about. And then they built the new one. It was $1 billion or whatever it was. That blew us away. They had 5 practice fields outside. 3 of them were heated practice fields because in Minnesota.
You get cold in Minnesota.
Yeah, it gets cold.
Ice. Yep.
Yeah, and we couldn't believe it.
Yeah, but I played. So when I was in Chicago, they had a heated field. They had a heated field too, but it didn't work.
It didn't work.
Not for Chicago. Not for Chicago.
You're still cold.
Man, still cold. Still cold.
I guess the heat's just to melt the snow.
Yeah, just to melt the snow. I don't like that. The cold in Chicago and the wind and everything. Like that's a different breed. It's
a different type of cold.
Man,
that's what
it's like.
All right, you're in free agency.
Yes,
you're
sir.
waiting on the draft.
Yes, sir.
There are a couple of places that you'd prefer to go. Now, you can probably say that more so than Tahj, but
if I'm being completely honest, with it being going on year 10, I would love to reunite with my quarterback and play in Kansas City with him and just kind of like finish off the end of my career with my quarterback.
All right.
And so
we'll make a call for you.
Yeah.
All right, Tahj, you got the draft coming up. I know you don't get to pick, but
yeah.
Nope.
Nah, I just want to go to a great organization, man. Just start fresh, great organization. Have somebody I can just have like a guy I can look up and lead first and just learn under him. I feel like, man, it's a lot of teams. It's a lot of great organizations as well too. So I
heard you had a great combine. I heard you did really good.
Yeah, man. I ain't as fast as him though, but
You killed it.
But nah, man, I did
Did
my
you want
thing.
to run one of your fastest times, or?
Yeah, I did. A team actually had me at under like 4.48. I mean, not under 4.48. Had me at like 4.48, which that was huge because that's just something I wanted to prove to people that I was. Not saying like I was explosive. I had long speed, so definitely showed that. And then, man, just my shuttle, my 3-cone. I think I had like one of the best for 3-cone and shuttle. I was like in number 1. Like a lot of guys in our class, they didn't do it because they just waited to pro day. I was like, man, I'm gonna just do as much as I can for the combine and then just pro day, man. Probably just do football, just work on like football stuff and just not have that much of the pressure, because combine, man, it's all tense pressure. You got teams interview up and down, and you really not eating like that. No. So it's just a lot, man. It's a stressful like 5 days, but it's definitely a dream though. Like
all right, in the interview at the combine. Mm-hmm. What's a couple of questions that you just sort of scratch your head and wonder why?
Man, to be honest, I didn't really have any trouble because I was a clean dude. The only thing I had was a scout just tried to you ain't getting no trouble. Like, You ain't have a parking ticket, nothing. Like,
they didn't believe you did that.
I was like, nah.
They think everybody's been in trouble.
He like, you ain't no speeding ticket, like nothing. Like they was like, hell no. It was like you too perfect. Like you gotta have something. Like you ain't fight nobody in high school. Like none of that. So they was just like, that's really. And then I had a meeting with Mike Tomlin with the Steelers. That was good. But it was like a hat trick. He told me so. He had a white hat, he had a black hat, and then he had a yellow hat. And he was like, after the meeting we had, he was like, man, pick up a hat. And I picked up the black one, and he was like, yeah, man, I like that a lot. And started smiling, walking out. So
that's it's telling him cool. Something about you that you wanted the black one.
Yeah, man. So that was pretty cool though. I talked to a lot of teams, but man, it's just a great organization gonna pick me.
Whatever.
All right, and I'm assuming they're interviewing you when you in this free agency.
I mean, it's not necessarily any type of interviews anymore. Like they know I have plenty of film and all this stuff, but it's more just like they just want to basically see if after the injuries if I still have the speed, quickness, and all that stuff, but. It's not interviews, none of that stuff anymore. After that, it's like you're done with all that. Even though, like the process, like the combine and all that stuff is I don't see how y'all went through it. I mean, so honestly, I'm biased to it. I feel like the combine and all that stuff it's not worth it. Honestly, because just because you can jump high, run fast, and do all the stuff don't mean you're a good football player. Because I say, for an example, is Jarvis Landry. If anybody go back and watch his combine, and the way he tested, didn't test good. But
yeah,
the man is
Zach Thomas.
Yep. Yeah. But I mean, come on, like the combine doesn't.
It's just I feel like it's just a shirts, just shorts like. You got to look good for search and shorts. You got to look good for coaches.
Yeah. Just the process that you got to go through.
That's it.
Well, I look at Tahj as sort of the offensive Zach Thomas.
Yeah.
You're not the fastest. You're not, but you're the guy. I mean, you're the toughest. And
you catch the ball.
Oh yeah.
Which is big for pro running backs.
Yeah.
Now tell us how fast you ran the 40.
Like a 5 flat.
No, you did not.
The fastest you ever ran it. Not when your dad.
I ran it 5.2.
Fastest I've ever ran the 40 was like 4.1.
So, that's world class.
Yeah, that's downhill with the wind, though.
Yeah. 4.1.
4.1.
Did you really?
Yes,
that's
sir.
Amazing.
Yes, sir.
Whoa. Tahj, can you believe that?
He's just double. He's sliding past me, and I ran 4.4.
Yes, sir.
Ran off left you, didn't he?
Man,
when you like 130,
you gotta go, don't you?
Yeah, you just run with the wind.
You spent time with your Red Raider buddies yesterday. Yep. What's a couple of the stories that y'all reminisced about, or what's some of the biggest moments of your time attack?
I ran into my guy,
what's his name?
Oh, good friend.
Yeah, Mohamed. He was a tackle.
A tackle?
Yeah.
Let's call him Bob.
Nah, I know it's Leadra.
No, and so I'm close to Bob.
Yeah, and so me as a freshman, and this is what Tuberville was there, and he was like, and Neil Brown was the OC or whatever. And so he was just like, they was getting ready to sub me, and he was coming out of the game. And like I'm looking back at him, I'm looking back at Coach Brown, and I'm trying to get the play. Yeah. And then as an edge, he's coming off the field, so getting subbed out or whatever. I run smack dead into him, not even looking. I'm talking about like stone wall. And then Coach Brown was like, "That was my shot to get in the game. I'm a freshman." And he was like, Coach Brown was like, Jakeem, come on back."
Come on.
Yep. Sat right on the field.
You're too dumb to play.
You can't even get on the field.
I couldn't even get on the field. That was probably like one of the most. Like he was like, "Yeah, I remember that." And then he just kept on he literally just kept on running nothing happened.
Like didn't notice.
Yeah, didn't even notice. I'm like, man,
you knocked you flat.
Man, flat. I tell you, that was embarrassing. Subbing in the game, and I'm like,
that was your freshman year.
Yep. I was like, That was it. I didn't even get in the game after that.
Didn't get in the game.
I didn't get in the game at all.
He didn't let you back in?
Man, no, I did not get in the game.
That's pretty funny.
The whole game.
That really is
Man,
funny.
Coach Brown, he just looked at me and he was just like shook his head and he was just like, yeah, not ready. Not ready.
Great. Tahj, you got any stories you want to share? Any stories you can share?
Man.
Tahj was acting right. He didn't.
Nah, we had some knuckleheads on our team. Man.
Did you ever have any guys you had to get with their face and say, "Hey, we ain't doing that. We ain't acting that way"?
Nah, not because I feel like our culture kind of changed. Like it changed a lot from when I got here to like now. Because it was just you had like knuckleheads in the locker room, but they were like not fake, but they're just like show up front or something, and then once you get them in line, they'll follow through. But nah, shoot, my memory is just McGuire, bro. It's McGuire. We wake up in the mornings, like it'd be like 5:30 a.m. workouts. He up there with us and he's screaming. Like once you enter the building, like I'm talking about loud. You talking about you wake up,
he's got energy,
and
doesn't he?
Got energy. I'm like, I don't know how you do that every day, and it's just daily. Like,
and it's the same. He didn't.
You know, he was great yesterday with everybody. And what he said, I appreciate what he said so much. He goes, "This is my dream job." He goes, I wish I would graduated from here. Mm-hmm. You know, that's what he goes. This is where I would want to have graduated from, is Texas Tech. The culture change, Tahj, that you just mentioned. That's the key to being great.
Definitely.
And we got
just from you kind of from like his first year to like now, like you see. Not just from like NFL, but just in life. Like guys just doing all the good things in life. Like we had draft picks last year. We had guys that are in the NFL last year. We got guys in the NFL the year before. So it's like, just trying to stay that trajectory and the guys and just building closer and things like that.
Gary and I were talking earlier today. We were so impressed with, of course, the old guys. We know them, but you young guys, you guys that have been around, and you're still considered young, Jakeem. We were so impressed with just the character and you guys were having such fun together.
Yep. Oh yeah, it's especially like you see guys like Jakeem, you see guys like Dakota Allen, you see guys like Jordan Brooks, guys like that, and you see him play. Like I seen JB because JB was leaving when I was coming. Yeah. So like I heard about him, and you see him play. He was like, oh, okay, like. It's actually how it looks like, and meet him and talk to him and stuff. It just, and then you meet all the alumni that played some years ago, and it's cool. They bring up memories like, man, like I watched you, like you put a face to a face. So
I saw you sitting by Bill Worley, the older gentleman. He played in the '60s, and he was a great player.
He was telling about how he used to run the ball, and then when Donnie got there, Donnie Anderson was like, he was that guy. So. Took that over, and then he's a great guy. And then like things like relationships like that, like talking to just way older guys that played ball, and he was telling me all the injuries he's had. Man, it was crazy how much the medical changed. He said he got rods in his knees. I'm like, oh man, golly.
Man. I was reading a deal on E.J. Hollop this week. He had 6 surgeries on one knee and 5 surgeries on the other knee.
No.
One of the toughest men to ever play football.
6 surgeries on one knee and 5
on
Hey,
the
get
other.
This. I ran into one of his old coaches from Kansas City, E.J. Hollop, and he said the coach. He found out I was from Lubbock, and he went to Lubbock High, and he says, "Let me tell you a story about E.J. His knees would always swell up." He said he'd take a beaker, a little glass deal, and a syringe, and he'd go sit in his locker for practice every day, and he'd stick it in his knee and drain the fluid himself. I mean, just
man, that's a different
cat there.
Different kind of tough, isn't it?
It really is.
Different type of animal right there.
All right, I know everybody out there wants to know the draft's coming up. What have you heard? What are you expecting out of the draft? Big day for you.
Yeah, the best ideal situation is probably going to be like 4th round, in that range, 4th, 5th round. But it'd be a good day if I go day 2, late, like the late 3rd round ish. But that's what I really been hearing.
Like I told you in the hall, all you want's a chance. Once you got your chance,
definitely, man.
I'm not worried about you all at all. Once you get your chance,
you get a chance, you'll make it.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Other than the record, you glad you came back?
Of course. Just doing things like this, just building more relationships, networking. Just talking to meeting guys, meeting teammates, and getting around the teammates more. Like it's been a long since I'm kind of new to this alumni thing. So I was just with those guys like last fall. So it was just crazy, just how like the change of things going on, like how fast. Shoot, my last game was West Virginia. I didn't play football until my last game was West Virginia. I training with the guys at the ball game. Went to the ball game. Stayed there, watched them, played and all that, and then I was maybe like December 28th, I was back to training in Dallas. So and then I've been in Dallas for like 3 months, and then I'm in Austin training still.
Well, you talk about time going by, Jakeem. About to start your 10th year. 10th year's a big one.
You turned into an old man, haven't you?
As far as the pension goes, isn't the 10th year a big year?
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah, there you go.
Definitely.
Yes, sir. I was blessed to be able to play in. Basically, in all generations, being able to be like, I don't know how many quarterbacks I had, like
great ones
in Texas Tech, playing with Seth Daggy to the Baker Mayfields, Patrick Mahomes. Who you got?
1 minute left.
We got Davis Webb. I'm talking about
that's
Travis Brewer. You got all these guys all the quarterbacks that I had, and it's just like,
Michael Brewer.
Yeah, Michael Brewer. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I forgot.
That's my guy too. That was my guy. I used to call him, especially when he grew his hair out, I used to call him Brady.
Hey guys, we appreciate you taking your time.
We want to let you out of here. Now, when y'all come back, we want to have you on again.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Y'all just be a part of our deal.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good luck on your free agency. Good luck on your draft.
Thank you, boss.
We're proud of y'all.
Following you guys.
Thank you.
Yes,
Y'all are great Red Raiders.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And we appreciate you. All right, we'll be right back with more sports talk. Thetford and Ashby.
Sports talk conversations with a good laugh mixed in. This is the Sports Talk with Thetford and Ashby podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
All right, you people in Midland, Odessa, and Levelland, and Sundown, and all you people that are in oil and gas. It's getting to that time of the year, stuff starting to grow, turning green, and you can't have green stuff growing on your oil and gas stuff. So you got to get somebody to come out and take care of that. And Mission Service Company will do that. And they'll guarantee their work. They'll show up and be there and get it done. It's my son Tanner who owns the company. But you need to call Tyler at 806-632-6325, and you'll get the Thetford and Ashby discount. And it's real. They'll give you a really discount if you tell them that you heard about it here on the show. But they can take care of you. They got all the equipment, state-of-the-art equipment. Go get it sprayed and done and cleaned up. And if there's any problems, they'll come back. If there's anything at all they need to fix, they'll come back. That's who you want working for you. Plus, we're all Red Raiders. And I know there's a bunch of people down there that are Red Raiders and all over this part. So anyway, Mission Service Company.
We were talking during the break about Mike Gustafson wanted a cap or a shirt. And the shirt was going to be a what?
A large.
A large. So we decided that this is not for him. It's for somebody smaller than Mike. And what brought that up, I'm wearing this this is what they gave us yesterday at the lunch in the golf. And I used to wear a double X, and then I got to where I wore an extra large. And I like the extra large because you're big, but you're not huge.
Yeah.
You're big, but you're not fat. And and now this is a large. I'm slowly withering away. Y'all have got to watch over the last 15 years me starting to wither away. So anyway,
one of these days,
but this is a large
skeleton sitting over there.
Anyway, if I'm wearing a small, it's not.
You'd be a little tiny person.
Be gumming my food, and poor old Terry's going to be feeding me. And
you believe Jakeem ran a 4.1.
4.1. We used to always have guys that would run a 4.3.
Yeah.
Because their dad was timing them with a handheld stopwatch. Then all of a sudden you figured out, hell, nobody runs a 4.3. All right, who we got? Is this Matt?
Who's on the phone? Matt Dowdy?
Hey guys, how are y'all?
Hey, did you watch the guys or listen to them?
I listened to the last segment. Yeah, you had two of my favorites right there, in Jakeem Grant and Tahj Brooks.
I thought he was talking about us.
Oh, yeah.
Two of his favorites.
You two as well.
They are awesome guys. That's what impressed me and Gary the most yesterday. All those old guys. It's a bunch of class people we got here at Texas Tech.
Hey. There's a few that aren't.
Yeah, but I didn't see them.
Like any group of people.
A little wild.
Most of them, that's a good group of folks.
Guys, good people.
Yeah, it's been good to see a lot of, a lot of players that played here over the last 10 years and even longer be back in town this weekend. I have not seen Jakeem yet. Hopefully we'll see him in the next couple hours. But, seeing Dakota Allen the other day, I talked with Jack Anderson, Terrence Steele a little bit last night. Those guys have come back regularly. So you got a good group that's coming back from multiple eras of Tech football and multiple sports this weekend.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was, and we got a lot of fun today, too. Now, I will tell people the weather the last couple of weeks, you could go out there in a short sleeve shirt and all that. Don't try that today. Take a few layers. You can always take it off. What all's going on today? And, Matt, tell us sort of what should we expect when we get out there?
So we'll open up gates to Jones AT&T Stadium at 1:00 this afternoon. Encourage fans to get here early. You'll see them go through warm-ups. You'll see them going through their drills that they normally do before scrimmage, and then right around the 2:00 point, we're going to start it's not going to be a game in the sense of you got two teams, you got a scoring system. But you are going to see the ones, the twos go against each other. Coach McGuire is going to put them in a lot of different situations you'd normally see in a game. You're going to see red zone. You're going to see 2-minute drill. You're going to see a lot of different things. But you're going to get your first look at a lot of new faces that are on this roster, a lot of returning faces that are on this roster. And so it's the only Texas Tech event in town this weekend. So highly encourage people, supposed to warm up to about the 50s or 60s later this afternoon and come out to Jones AT&T Stadium.
It's really kind of unique, Matt, what he's doing, the different things and format that he's using. There's going to be a 7-on-7 passing period where they, just get the receivers, the quarterbacks out there working against each other. And the offensive and defensive line, if I had to want to see anybody, I can't wait to see these guys. I saw the picture of Debbie McGuire. There were 3 offensive linemen standing behind her, and she was in front. She came up to about their belt level. And I asked Coach McGuire yesterday, I said, Coach, did y'all Photoshop that? I said, it looked strange. It was these guys are massive, huge.
It's quite a difference. A couple of years that Coach McGuire and his staff have been here, just how that offensive line and defensive line is starting to look. But I'll tell you, I was joking with some of our staff the other day. Is normally when our offensive and defensive line, they'll do rush drills on one side of the field. On the other side is the receivers and DBs going one-on-one against each other. Normally in years past, I've kind of gravitated to the receivers, DBs.
Yeah.
This year, I've been watching the O-line, D-line. It's been fun to watch because both sides are competitive, and we're much improved, in my opinion, on both of those areas.
All right, we just, I don't even know how to put it, brought in some fresh, really new guys, and are they going to be in this scrimmage today? Are they already here, checked in, and doing it, or are some of them coming in the fall?
No, you'll see. I don't know if everyone will go through practice today, just because you occasionally have some there's a little bit of precaution in spring practice where we're not going to, if a guy is a little bit banged up, we're not going to put the chance of worsening an injury, but you're going to see the vast majority of them. I mean, defensive line wise, like Romello Height and David Bailey on the outside, both new guys that got here. Every one of our transfers has been here since January, so they've gone through all the spring practices completely. Tahj said it a little bit ago about culture in the team. That's been Coach McGuire's biggest mission this spring, is just building the culture that everyone who is here, A, is meant to be here, but B, is a Red Raider, and we're all in this together.
Matt, you're really close to it, and I'm guessing with Coach McGuire and his coaching staff, that, we want great players. We no question. We want talented guys, athletic guys, but he wants guys that know how to act and know how to be a part of the group, be a part of the team, doesn't he?
Oh, absolutely. And the great part about my job is I see their personality more because we're putting them on camera for social media purposes. We're putting them in front of the media at different times, and there's some great personalities. There's some great personalities that Tech fans are going to enjoy seeing. I go to Texas Tech Plus. We're running an IM series right now where each one of these newcomers tells fans who they are. Lee Hunter, nickname's the Fridge, defensive nose tackle, as great of a personality, funny of a teammate, as you'll probably find on this roster. So there's a lot of great personalities that have come in and just really blended well with this team as far as new, because sometimes you just never know how a new kid's going to come into a new situation, and that just hadn't been the case here. It's been great so far.
Where did you tell us to go to see those?
If you just go texastech.com/watch, you can see a lot of great content on spring football and a lot of content on a lot of our newcomers.
That's great to know. texastech.com/watch. And you can see all these great interviews. And it's amazing what y'all are doing with social media. Y'all are doing a great job. And just Jakeem and Tahj, you talk about class guys. And it's just so fun. Tahj, he's all business, isn't he? I know y'all have been really close.
Tahj is, I'm trying the best way to describe Tahj. Tahj is, he, in the midst of all his accomplishments, he also interned for me for a semester and was a fantastic intern for our office. And so he's able to excel in so many different things. But like you look at, he rushed for 1,500 yards back-to-back season. Never been done in our history. Only been done 2 other times in the Big 12's history. But he excels as a pass blocker. But the thing that he's talking about conversation with Mike Tomlin and all the interviews he did with scouts.
Yeah.
I told this to a couple of our coaches months ago. I said, if any player we've sent off in the last few years who's going to excel in that environment is Tahj, because he's just a naturally good person. Same with Jakeem. Jakeem has a great personality. He's done a great job in the NFL and representing Texas Tech for a long time. His touchdown at Texas, multiple touchdowns at Texas in that 2015 game or two that one, I didn't see one of them live because I was in an elevator on the way down to the field. But they will live in Texas Tech history as some of the greatest plays in that series.
Yeah. He had 2 touchdowns that day rushing the football. And, it's just
what was one of them, that hidden ball thing?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's a classic.
I had watched that play in practice for about 2 weeks, just sitting there thinking, I don't know if this is going to work. And then sure enough, it worked while I was on an elevator on the way down the field at DKR. So I looked on my phone on the there's a kind of a back hallway that gets you to the field from our locker room at in Austin, and saw the replay as I'm walking out onto the field. So it was a great moment that I just happened to miss.
Well, that play's got to go down in the top 10 in there with Donnie Anderson and Jerry Shipley back in the 60s, and
Zach Thomas,
Welker's return, and
well, we've had some great play. Oh, I guess we ought to mention Graham Harrell.
Flipping off the fans?
Yeah, that was the main thing.
Yeah.
No.
I'd put that in there.
The iconic touchdown over the Longhorns to Crabtree.
Oh, yeah. I completely forgot about that
play.
And Billy Taylor flipping into the end zone, and Rodney with his...
Yeah, he had given the touchdown signal.
And I'm on that website, and this is a great deal. texastech.com/watch. And a big old Plains Capital Bank.
Brought to you by Plains Capital Bank.
There you go.
There you go. That's them in Texas.
There's a deal on Najee Kennedy, and she came in and did a job again last night. So,
well, they run ruled him, didn't they?
Yeah.
They run ruled them
I
after
watched
getting
the
beat the
entire
first
deal.
game. That's really great.
I've got to be a softball fan again.
What are you going to do? What are y'all all doing? I know these two guys were headed out to the stadium because Jakeem hadn't seen the new facilities yet.
Yeah, and I'm actually here in a few. I will be over in our new facility, just seeing what former players we have around. I know they're giving a lot of tours. We have our current team will start meetings in the next hour and a half to get ready for the game.
Yeah.
They'll just go through. With any practice, we have position meetings. We have offensive meetings, kind of go over the script for that day those guys are prepared when we start. And so should be a pretty active Womble Football Center here over the next couple hours. I know there's a lot of tours with former players going to be taking place.
Is it Shill Wood? Shill?
Yeah. Yes.
He came up and introduced himself yesterday and begged to be on our show, but we told him we didn't have time.
I missed the begging part.
No, he didn't. He didn't have a clue who we were. But very personable guy, and I was impressed with him.
He and Coach Leftwich, our new offensive coordinator, have been great additions to the staff. Coach Wood. I usually walk by his office once or twice per day, and we'll occasionally chat. And as good of a guy as there is in that building, and he's called the new facility the football resort. He said that a couple times to Coach McGuire, and because there's just anything a football player could ever want, we have now, and so. He's been fantastic, and I do think fans that come out today for the spring game are going to see a much improved defense, especially I think in front seven and then in the secondary as well. Just a lot more depth. I think that's the word that would maybe you got to keep people healthy, but that would maybe define what I've seen so far this spring.
All right, Matt, I got a text here that I think you're more equipped to answer than us. It says, "Dear TNA show, how are you? I am fine. Do you think Texas Tech will run their offense out of the huddle today or this fall? A huddle is how Jesus, Santa Claus, and the Easter Bunny prefer watching football. It allows the quarterback to look their teammates in the eyes and calm things down and tell a joke. Thank you for the sports that you give, and sorry about your bullfrog voice this morning, Gary. Happy Easter to you and yours."
Very nice.
All right, are we going to huddle up this year? There's a lot of good things to huddling.
I think Santa Claus might be a little bit disappointed.
Yeah.
Coach Leftwich likes to go fast, so you'll see us get in a huddle occasionally. But I think we'll continue to be a tempo type offense like we've been in years past. But the one thing Coach Leftwich has kind of said, just defining his offense, is he likes to run the ball. His dad was a college offensive line coach for a long, long time. So if he doesn't run the ball, his joke is he might get disowned as a family. His brother's an offensive line coach, but he likes to throw the ball, and he likes to throw the ball deep. So you'll see a lot of tempo out of our offense, and hopefully a lot of points.
We've got depth this year, so I'm fine with that. Years we didn't have depth, I always thought, hey, huddle up, take your time, because we don't need to run a bunch of plays. We ain't got a bunch of guys. But this year, Matt, we got 30 seconds. Wrap us up.
Hey, free admission today. Come out to Jones AT&T Stadium. You won't be disappointed, and it'll be a good opportunity to meet this year's team and get ready for the fall.
Matt, you're awesome, buddy. We appreciate you. You're a big help to us always, and we thank you because you do a great
Have a good
job.
day.
Appreciate
We'll see you later. Go Tech. Wreck them. Of course, we're playing each other today. We don't wreck each other.
No.
Don't wreck them today.
Guns up.
Yeah, guns up today. No wrecking them.
There you go.
Sports talk conversations with a good laugh mixed in. This is the Sports Talk with Thetford and Ashby podcast from Double T 97.3, presented by Cantex Roofing and Construction.
All right, welcome back to Sports Talk with Thetford and Ashby. And Kirby Hocutt, our Director of Athletics for Texas Tech, is on the phone. Kirby, how you doing?
David, I'm doing great. Good afternoon. How are you guys doing?
We're good. Gary's kind of sick. He he was out in the dust or something.
Yeah, I'm just sucking it up.
He's just tough, you know.
He is. I saw him yesterday at lunch, and I'm not surprised he's still standing. He is tough.
I know.
Tough.
Hey, Kirby, you had to be so proud. I was watching you walk around the room, and I was watching the other guys walk around. It just makes you proud to be a Red Raider with these class people, great athletes, great coaches. It makes you proud, doesn't it?
It does. Weekends like this weekend when you have so many former players back, it's indeed special. And, great players, great coaches, but even more so why it is so special is it's just great people, people who love this university, love this program. And so it was a lot of fun. And the other piece, David, and being at Texas Tech for 14 years now, when you see some of these young men who were student athletes, 8 to 10 years ago, y'all were just talking about Jakeem, but seeing Rico and Dakota and Jordan come back and remain engaged, Terrence Steele and Waddle, those guys, that's special for me. Absolutely.
I know. I don't know whether you got a chance to hear Tahj, Brooks, and Jakeem. They came in the studio this morning. And we had the best time with them. These are just Tahj Brooks. He's like the example for everybody of how to act. He really is.
How to act and how to live, right?
Yeah, how to live.
Yeah, it was special this year in December in Las Vegas at the National Football Foundation College Football Hall of Fame event, and Tahj was there as a William Campbell finalist, which is the Heisman Trophy for academics. And, a number of speakers just made reference to their interactions with Tahj and the impression that he made on them. So he's such a talented young man, and I know will, show his Red Raider pride and loyalty for life.
Yep. Well, when Coach McGuire made his talk out there before everybody teed off, that was I was so proud. It just made me proud as a Red Raider to listen to him. And I love the fact that he said, "I didn't graduate from here, but I wish I had." It's true, isn't it?
It is true, and I tell you, I'm in that same boat. But Joey's so good. I mean, what we see of Joey each and every day, that's him every day. He is, the energy, how authentic and genuine he is. He's special. He is very special.
Yeah,
we're lucky to have him.
Tahj mentioned that. He said, we have 5:30 practice in the morning. He said, we show up there, Coach McGuire's already out there yelling, got all this energy about him. He goes, how does he do it every day?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's him. And that's why kids love him. And that's why people are drawn to him, just because the affection, and you can tell it's real. And it's not just, he's not trying to get you excited for the day. I think when he puts his feet on the ground, he's going to have the best day he's ever had that particular day. So he's just he's a great leader of young men. He's a great leader and representative of Texas Tech, and he's going to lead this football program to great things.
Well, and this year might be one of those great things, because here's one thing I hear out there a lot is Joey's going to be expected to, or the team, and I guess the team it goes back to the coach, is going to be expected to do pretty darn good things with what we've done out there in the transfer portal and all. And I guess I wanted to talk to you today about the NIL and how it's changing everything. And I think we talked to you a little bit about it before, but it seems like that judge needs to make a decision, and we need to get on to the next lawsuit, because everything's so much up in the air now.
Yeah, you're exactly right. We are all hoping that in the coming days or the coming weeks that Judge Wilkins will approve the settlement of the House case. And we Texas Tech have been able to take such great advantage of what we have called this gap period. We are living in a period now where, the NCAA is not enforcing a set of rules. And, we've been able, through the investment of the Matador Club and, particularly what, Cody and John Sellers and Gary Peterson have done in football. We had that transfer portal in the early winter period, and then it rolled into basketball. And we've had another set of donors step forward and allow us to be aggressive in this gap period in the transfer portal in men's basketball. But the longer Judge Wilkins goes without this final settlement, it has also creeped in this gap period into the spring football transfer portal, which we're currently in. So those of us, athletic directors, football coaches, we want the parameters to be put in place. We want to know what the rules of the game are going to be as we move forward. And there's a couple of steps to that. But, Gary, as you mentioned, the first step is the judge approving the settlement of the House case, and hopefully that'll come in the next couple of weeks.
All right. Do you think that our baseball program is behind or didn't get it? It just seems like everybody else jumped on the NIL before Tim, and I think we're maybe paying the price for that now, or do you think it's something else?
Well, we're in the middle of a valley, right? But I think first to step back and recognize how Tim Tadlock and the baseball program have elevated our expectations.
Absolutely.
Anything short of Omaha seems like a disappointment. But you can't take away that the minimum expectation should be that we're in the NCAA baseball tournament every year. We want to be hosting regionals. We need to be hosting super regionals to get to Omaha. And we didn't do that, last year. We're struggling, this year. Hopefully we can come out today and win the series at Arizona State. But with that being said, we've been active in the transfer portal in baseball. Can I tell you that we, compared to the top-ranked national programs, that we've had those resources available for Coach Tadlock in the NIL space, maybe just short of that. But there's been significant NIL investment. I just think it's a couple of things, and there's nobody that wants to get it corrected more than Tim Tadlock, and a group, myself included, and a group of former players and people in Lubbock. Baseball's important in West Texas, has been, always will be, and we've got to be better than what we've been these last 2 years, and we'll get back to meeting those expectations.
Well, and I always go back to Larry Hayes was just a wonderful coach, great coach, but every year wasn't Christmas. There was years in there that it just didn't work out. And I think even as one of the best coaches in the country, which Tim is, there's going to be years that just don't work out. So,
yeah. And, the one thing that I appreciated yesterday, just out at the Rawls for lunch and talking to, a number of the former baseball players, and same thing within the Lubbock community when you're going around the ballpark on the weekends, everybody is 100%. They know we've got one of the best coaches in the country, and everybody believes in Tim, and we're going through one of those periods, but we're going to stay together and get through it and get back to Omaha. We're not going to shy away from that.
You bet. Real quickly, I want to read this because it puts you in a good light. As a texter says, I heard a funny story kind of about Kirby. I met Hunter Smith, former Colts putter, and Sherman Bearcat. He was about 5 years younger than Kirby. I told him I was from Lubbock. He said, Kirby's name come up. Hunter said, growing up, Kirby Hocutt was larger than life. I thought he was 6'6", 250 pounds. I was shocked to learn he was lean and I was bigger than him.
That's so good, isn't it?
Larger than life, Kirby Hocutt.
Hey, Hunter Smith was a heck of an athlete. He was younger than me, but he was a great athlete at Sherman High School, and went on. I believe he went to Notre Dame, and focused on the kicking game, and then he punted in the NFL for the Colts for a number of years. But great young man, and proud Sherman Bearcat.
Well, I was a little surprised to learn that this fella that I'm standing in front of, led the Big 8 in tackles.
I know it. That's crazy.
You had to have been bigger, stronger, faster than the Kirby Hocutt I see today.
Hey, I just had some big, strong, fast, mean defensive linemen in front of me who did their job to let me run free and jump on people, right?
But, hey, you didn't feel very big yesterday at that. Those were huge guys we had in there. My gosh.
Hey, that's what they're supposed to look like. And when everybody comes out to the Jones today at 2:00, I think that will be one of the most recognizable things that you'll see about this football team is just the size that we've been able to assemble, especially on the offense and defensive lines, but especially the offensive line.
Yeah.
Just the size difference from previous years is recognizable.
David mentioned earlier in the show that picture of Debbie McGuire with those offensive linemen.
I mean, it was like weird looking.
I don't know if you can Google it, folks, but if you can, it's worth the Google.
I asked Coach McGuire if they photoshopped it. I said, that can't be real. She looks tiny. I mean, like a munchkin. She was tiny.
Yeah, it is a great picture. Joey and Debbie had texted me that and Diane that the night they had them all over to their house for dinner, and that's what you'll see today. Just the size. It just continues to heighten the excitement that we have for next fall.
And let's talk about men's basketball because I know you're proud of what Grant is doing a tremendous job, and I was so proud of our Lady Raiders and the way they finished the season so strong. That was just fun to watch our basketball. Yeah,
it was. It was a special journey with the men's team, wasn't it?
It was.
They captivated Red Raider Nation and to a large degree this country, and that was a fun ride that we had to experience and some great moments and again just a group of great young men, and Grant McCaslin, he's the best. Many of the things that we said about Joey, you could say the same things about Grant. Just he just invests into the young men that he leads every day, and he's so authentic, and he's all in with those guys. He loves those guys and pours into those guys, and Grant is a great leader, and we're fortunate to have him. And you mentioned the Lady Raiders. I was proud of the Lady Raiders, like we were talking about with the baseball season we're having. We went through a valley with the Lady Raiders this season, and the fact that Krista was able to keep their chins up and looking forward, and those young ladies responded and advanced through the WBIT in the manner that they did. I was real proud of them as well.
Without a doubt. And we're about out of time, Kirby, but our softball speaks for itself. What a wonderful hire that was, and what a unique, interesting fella he is.
Jerry's awesome, and I watched them last night run rural Arizona. That was fun, and let's get the series win there today as well.
You bet.
Kirby, you're awesome, buddy.
Have a great day today.
We appreciate you. Thank you for being on.
Guns up.
Guns up. Bye.
Appreciate you.
You've been listening to the Sports Talk with Thetford and Ashby podcast from Double T 97.3. Catch the show live Saturday mornings from 9 to noon on Double T 97.3 FM or on the Double T 97.3 mobile app.